For those of you who don't know me, I'm Cheryl Davis. I'm a longtime San Francisco resident, former school teacher, and current executive director of Mo Magic, an organization in the Western Addition. If you're watching this, it's most likely because you're part of our neighborhood, part of our community, and part of our message. Our Western Addition community has faced many challenges. From redevelopment to gentrification, our neighborhood has been in a state of flux for decades. As we try to move out of the recession, the Western Addition continues to struggle. We know the reality that exists of shop owners struggling to get by, of young people standing out on street corners all day, of our neighbors turning to drugs to cope, of folks without homes trying to find warm and dry doorsteps to sleep. There are not enough jobs, not enough people frequenting businesses, and at times it seems not enough hope. There is, however, enough will, enough power, enough drive to overcome the economic downturn and difficulties that plague our community. Too often, solutions for what to do in the Western Addition come from the outside, and too often, solutions that alleviate the concerns of some members of our community anger some of our other neighbors. Businesses in the Western Addition have a need and right to prosper and to be in a community that supports their prosperity. It is understandable that loitering, drug dealing, and violence in the community are problems for businesses. However, it is time for our answers to treat not just the symptoms of our despair, but the disease of our division. If we continue to characterize our challenges through the lens of opposition, there will be winners, but there will also be losers. We can continue to struggle against each other, or we can struggle with each other for a better neighborhood for us all. At Mo Magic, our goal is to demonstrate the magic of sharing hope and resources. What if, instead of backing city ordinances that prohibited sitting on sidewalks, we worked together on plans for community spaces? What if, instead of arguing with shop owners, we built relationships with them and learned valuable job skills? What if, instead of asking each other to move on, to get out of the way, we ask each other, what do you need? What can I do? And what can you help me with? I'm delivering this message to you from the University of San Francisco for a reason. USF is another example of one element of our community that has recently committed itself to a different type of community engagement. The relationship between USF and the surrounding neighborhood has not been without tension. But through the leadership of the Leo T. McCarthy Center for Public Service and Common Good, USF is partnering with Mo Magic to share resources, support the community, and build a relationship of collaboration and mutual respect. Out of this partnership, an idea has emerged, an idea focused on our commonalities as a community and the overwhelming power of a neighborhood that works together in new and innovative ways. In the coming months, you'll see more of me, more of Mo Magic, and more of USF as we seek to build an empowered coalition within our community. Following the example of numerous communities around the country, we are in the initial stages of asset mapping the Western Addition. Asset mapping is an approach to community development that identifies resources and opportunities for individuals, businesses, and community organizations. Asset mapping literally locates the different elements of a community in a way that shows us how we can support each other. The resulting map can lead to members of the community engaging in mutually beneficial partnerships. It can pair a retired school teacher willing to volunteer as a reading tutor with a new father who wants to be able to read to his child, a business owner who needs a large wall painted with a group of artists who can't afford canvases. Asset mapping can bring the community together to solve problems from within and to provide opportunities that meet our needs of together instead of at the expense of each other. This approach is different, and it requires a level of willingness, creativity, and trust. We don't have to try this approach. You can decide that seeking answers that benefit all of us sounds too difficult, too risky. There are understandable reasons to not trust all of our neighbors, to worry about how we go about working with people we have been at odds with in the past. But if we continue as we have been, we will continue to get the results we have been getting. We will continue to compete for our community instead of believing in our community. We can seek solutions that respect our various needs and concerns. We will find ways to talk with each other so that these solutions are realistic and sustainable. We must find the hope and willingness to try. I'd like to personally invite all of you to a Magic Zone block party at 2 p.m. April 28th at the Ella Hill Hutch Community Center on the corner of McAllister and Webster. The party is our kickoff of this community engagement project and will include food, fun, and information about the asset mapping process and how different parts of the community can play a role. Please come out, spend time with your neighbors, and consider just what might be possible if we work together. Thank you.